Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Welcome and welcome back. TCS Everyday Psychics. I'm Mari-Lyn.
and I'm Nathan.
Very glad that you've joined us today. We've got a POV, right?
Yeah,
And
slapped
it's a
ham.
slapped ham. It's 11 mysterious videos that cannot be explained.
And remember, if you love this video, please comment. It'd be lovely to hear your comments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell
Yes.
because
Yes.
it's really important. I'd hate for you, or we would hate for you to miss any content that's on the channel, and there's all new exciting stuff coming
Mm-hmm.
out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah. Because we don't know. We don't know what's coming on the channel. There's so many changes happening and uh, new faces and this new partnership. I love it. I'm having a blast.
having so much fun. It's great. Laughing all
We
the
hope
time.
you love us together. I know you do.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get all
I
mushy
love you,
about it.
Mari-Lyn.
All right. Should we jump into this?
Go, go.
All right.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some really creepy footage. From the last known sightings of people that mysteriously disappeared to inexplicable road accidents and ghost sightings. Join us as we count 11 mysterious videos that can't be explained. On the 30th of June 2014, 28-year-old Lars Mittank and a group of friends went on a holiday to the seaside resort of Golden Sands in Bulgaria. During his stay, Mittank got into a fight with a group of rival football fans and suffered a ruptured eardrum. He was then advised by a local doctor not to fly until his ear had fully healed and was unable to return home with his friends. Alone, Mittank checked into a cheap hotel in the area. After just one night, he began to act very strangely. He sent a text message to his mother telling her that he didn't feel safe and that she should cancel his credit card. He also told her that he was hiding from 4 men who were following him. Apparently fearing for his safety, Mittank then headed to Varna Airport where the security camera captured him entering. A few minutes later, Mittank can be seen running from the airport and into the parking lot. He was then seen climbing a fence and running through a meadow and into the nearby woods. Mittank was never seen again, and it was never discovered who or what he was running from at Varna Airport. To this day, Mittank's disappearance remains a mystery.
What did you get from that, Mari-Lyn?
That was very interesting.
Very interesting. I
Hmm.
think I feel like that was all staged.
Yeah, I think he played a prank.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get a whole lot around it.
No, I just get it's all planned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even to the fact the way his friends, when his friends went on, that was all planned. It was all planned. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I think he had no intentions of ever going home.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that was weird.
Yeah, but upsetting as well because his family must have been in bits, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah. A real shame. Okay. Well,
okay, next one. Ooh, Chinese
This footage
woman
began
possessed.
surfacing around the middle of 2016. It shows a woman browsing items in a shopping mall. When an item mysteriously falls behind her, she turns and replaces it on the shelf. As soon as she replaces the item, she begins to act very strangely, almost as though an unseen force takes control of her body. She drops her shopping and begins to writhe uncontrollably. After falling to the floor, 2 other shoppers notice the woman. As one comes to her aid, the woman lets out a guttural scream. By this time, the commotion has attracted several other shoppers. She lets out yet another scream, this one more intense than the first. The screams seem to have the power to push the onlookers back. As the man in black attempts to restrain her, the other onlookers gather closer. The woman begins calming down, but then suddenly she lets out one final almighty yell. This time it has the force to move objects in the store as well as cause the security camera to flicker. The other customers then help the woman to her feet and escort her away.
That was interesting. Because her breath, did you see the advertisement thing was moving in the air?
Yes. Yes. I don't believe it. I don't believe she was possessed anyway.
Yeah.
What I do believe is that there was I don't even want to put a word to it, but there was an odd energy in the aisle. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I just get unknown. We can't put I don't feel we can put a tag on it.
Right. I don't believe she was possessed. Do you?
No. Unless she's just a real subservient person that really allows anything to go in. But no, I think
okay, what about this, Nathan? She was jumped and she just exasperated absolutely everything she felt.
Yeah. That lands. Yeah.
So an earthy being there and being so subservient, sure, just allowing, because there is a difference, right, between being jumped and being possessed.
Wow, yeah.
I mean,
huge
difference.
Well, I don't think I've seen anyone possessed. But yeah, huge difference. So yes, that lands.
Yeah, I do believe she could have been jumped. And then she just over dramatized absolutely everything she felt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
next one.
Here we go.
This mysterious footage was recorded in 2003 from the CCTV of an unknown hotel. A member of the hotel staff is sent to investigate screams coming from room 209, which was thought to be empty at the time. As the man approaches the door, the screaming can be heard over the footage.
What's going on, John?
The voice of another member of staff can be heard advising the man to wait before entering the room as the police have been notified and are on their way. However, the man decides to enter the room anyway. Shortly after he enters, some sort of ghostly figure can be seen escaping down the hallway before the hotel lights begin to flicker. When the man exits the room, he appears startled. He says there was no one in the room, however all the furniture was turned upside down, the carpet was ripped up and the shower was running. The video abruptly ends without an explanation on what was happening in room 209. Was it a ghost or just a prank? If it was a prank, then how do you explain the ghostly figure seen leaving the room?
I mean, those are loud screams, weren't they?
Yes. I don't think the screams were real myself.
Mm. The other thing is we didn't see inside the room, so we don't know if that, if that's true or not.
Exactly.
So you're just taking, the guy going in and sort of acting, and somebody could have easily done the shadow going down the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Actually, how would we hear the screams? Because it's all
Right.
CCTV. It was all
And
the
this,
CCTV. And he would have to have, so that we could hear, we'd have to have had his walkie-talkie
right.
on all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they were louder than you couldn't even understand what he was saying through the video.
Yeah.
So the screams.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
No.
knocking on the head. I'm saying I don't think it was
No.
real.
A lot of residual energy coming out of that room. But those figures that came out, I mean, that is so easy to reproduce.
Yeah.
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 All right. Another bust.
Yeah. Okay. Men in black.
On the 14th of October 2009, two witnesses claimed to have seen a large triangular-shaped object hovering above a hotel they were staying in at the time. The pair reported the strange occurrence to the authorities, and a short time later, two mysterious men dressed in black suits visited the hotel looking for the witnesses. This footage from the lobby security camera of the hotel shows the men walking into the building. The men asked to speak to the guests that had witnessed the event, but were told by staff that they were no longer there. The staff members that spoke to the men said that they were very pale and had no eyebrows or eyelashes, and that they looked completely identical. One female staff member even said that they looked as though both men's hair was fake, as if they were wearing wigs to cover the fact that they were bald. The staff member also claimed that both men had very large, deep blue eyes, and that the entire time they spoke, they never blinked once. If you look closely at the footage of the two men entering the hotel, you can see the man on the left appears to be having trouble keeping his feet straight as he walks. Did the guests witness some kind of alien spacecraft above their hotel, and were these the mysterious men in black that have been reported to appear after many UFO sightings? If so, were they top-level government agents sent to assess the case, or could they have been aliens looking to erase any knowledge of their existence?
No, I don't know. We didn't see the light, so that could have been anything, but
I cannot fathom that an alien race would go to the trouble of putting on a wig and dressing up just to go in and interview these witnesses.
Yeah. And wear coats that are too big for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it was probably hot. Why would you wear big coats in hot weather? It looks something fancy dress, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've just got to take it from face value. If we actually saw their faces, how they looked, this somebody taking a picture or
Mm-hmm.
other witnesses, then that could support.
Right. But that video is so
it's only CCTV.
illegible. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can't really tell that he's got funny feet or funny legs.
Right? Not on that video.
God, sometimes I walk funny. Yeah.
Right?
Oh dear. Okay.
Okay. Let's look into this. The disappearance of Elisa Lam.
On the 31st of January 2013, 21-year-old Elisa Lam disappeared while staying at the Cecil Hotel in downtown LA. Lam, a student at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, was travelling at the time of her disappearance, and the alarm was raised after she failed to contact her parents the day she was scheduled to check out of the hotel. When the police failed to locate Lam, they decided to release the video footage of an elevator security camera in the hotel in an effort to collect more information. In the footage, Lam can be seen moving very strangely as if she's hiding from someone or something. She can be seen entering the elevator calmly before pressing several of the buttons on the panel. She then stands back and seems to wait for the doors to close. Suddenly, she lunges forward and looks down the hallway before standing up against the wall. She then exits the elevator before returning, pressing more buttons on the panel. She exits the elevator one final time and can be seen communicating with something before wandering off down the hallway. When the footage was released publicly, it went viral. In the first 10 days, it received more than 3 million views and 40,000 comments on the Chinese video sharing site Youko. Many of the viewers said they found the footage unsettling and difficult to watch. Shortly after her disappearance, hotel guests began complaining of black, strange-tasting water and low water pressure. When the maintenance staff went to investigate, they discovered the body of Elisa Lam floating inside one of the water tanks. Despite a thorough police investigation, several inconsistencies of Lam's disappearance has never been answered. The autopsy report deemed her death to be accidental. However, the police noted that the 8-foot-high tanks, which were located on the roof of the hotel, were only accessible with a key and almost impossible to enter without a ladder. Many theories have attempted to explain Lam's disappearance, from murder to the supernatural. Her death has even been noted for its eerie similarities to the 2005 horror film Dark Water. In the film, a mother and daughter move into a rundown apartment building with a dysfunctional elevator. Discoloured water eventually leads them to the water tank on the roof, where they discover the body of a girl who's been reported missing a year earlier. To this day, the fate of Elisa Lam remains a mystery.
Well, it's very sad.
Very sad. Very sad. I have seen this clip before, actually.
Okay. I have not.
Not on this with Slap Ham, but I remember seeing this before, because the Cecil Hotel is quite infamous for having suicides and stuff, and there's that famous serial killer, Satanist serial killer, I can't remember his name, who used to stay at the Cecil Hotel.
Oh, okay.
So it's a challenging place to stay, I do believe.
I will remember to never stay there.
But have a great attic, though, Mari-Lyn. A great attic.
Well then maybe. Okay. I really feel as though she was impaired
Okay.
in some way.
Mhm.
Drugs, alcohol, I don't know. But there was definitely a feeling of impairment.
Yeah. Yeah, I get confusion. Um,
Yeah, I don't know that I'm getting anything paranormal here. Psychotic break keeps coming.
mm, yeah, that's what I got.
Very sad.
Yeah. I'm trying to work out how then she got into the water, but where there is a will, there's a way, you know?
Absolutely.
Um, I just think it was she just saw the opportunity, unfortunately. Um, and I think also probably it didn't help. What am I getting? Hearing voices. So it's that I just think she was just in a very good space at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Very sad.
One thing led to another, I think. It does, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, it's a shame.
Okay. On to the next one.
Next one.
This mysterious video was taken on a road in Qingtai, China. As the two white vans approach the intersection, something very strange happens. Suddenly, the two vans lift into the air and get pushed backwards, almost as though a very strong gust of wind picks them up and shakes them out. What could have happened to these vans? What sort of strange force has the power to lift two vans into the air with such ease?
Um, when I first look at it, I thought, oh, it was a hoax. It's just been planned and something. But then, and then we looked at it in my mind. Um, it's I've got like what's it? Earth movement energy.
I thought the same thing. I thought, oh, that's just AI baloney.
Yeah.
But is it? Yeah, I think this could have been a phenomenon, something that went through.
I got in my head. Somebody burped, but it literally was like the earth burped. So that's why the two vans went boom. Because not much around did, but it was literally the earth had sort of burped in those areas, and that's when it went back. Not necessarily, it's not necessarily an earthquake, which is why it's so strange. Sudden,
Just like a pocket, just a
yes,
pocket of energy that
air and energy, yeah.
that just affected right there.
Yeah.
I'm going with you that's a decent explanation for what that could have been.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
I wouldn't know in terms of the law of physics so how that can happen, but just
But do the law of physics apply to all dimensions? They can't.
No.
No, they can't. And that, for me, I would say that was an interdimensional
Yes.
transference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. I think that's a real possibility there.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one.
This footage was taken from a dash cam somewhere in Russia. As the traffic is driving along, the semi-trailer suddenly begins to swerve, nearly colliding with oncoming traffic. At first, it's difficult to see why the truck swerves, but then the answer becomes apparent. A man wearing what looks to be a lab coat seems to appear out of nowhere. Several theories have attempted to explain this bizarre event. It's been suggested that the man could be a scientist from the future who miscalculated a time travel teleportation. If you look closely, however, you can actually see the man crossing the road in front of the truck. What is difficult to explain, however, is the relaxed and almost robotic reaction the man has after his near-fatal miss. He simply turns, puts his hands in his lab coat pockets and calmly walks off down the road. Why was this man attempting to cross the road in the first place? There seems to be nothing but empty fields on the other side. What do you think is happening in this video? We'd love to get your opinion. Let us know in the comments section below.
Holy baloney. Yeah, it doesn't. Man was too relaxed going across. It's staged.
I think it was staged. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't look. He looks like he's been put into the shot, as it were.
Uh-huh.
Even if he was walking across the road, and even if he was teleported, surely that energy from the van would make him sort of move forward, you know?
Something. Sure. No, I think whatever was originally in this video was removed and he was placed in there.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the swerving of the van, I think that all happened. That was real.
Yeah.
But not him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
Good explanation.
All right, next one.
This mysterious video was posted in 2014 by a man known only as Ted, who claims to have been a police officer since 1983. After responding to a domestic disturbance in Delray, Detroit, Ted says he heard some strange noises coming from a neighbouring house, so he decided to take a closer look. As he approaches the house, which appears to be burnt out and abandoned, the officer pans the camera towards an old newspaper clipping before calling out to see if anyone's inside. Suddenly, a ghoulish face appears in the upstairs window before disappearing into the darkness. It's later revealed in the video that the article that the police officer found was about a woman named Rose Varese, who was known as the Witch of Delray. Varese was thought to have murdered up to 12 men in the 1930s, however her neighbours were too scared to testify against her because they believed she had supernatural powers that could make their children sick. Could the ghostly face that the police officer saw in the window of this burnt out old house be that of the infamous Delray Witch?
No.
Oh, I don't think it was her. No. Could it have been? I think if anything, it was just a residual ball of energy that they saw.
Yeah.
I will say though that she absolutely could have made the children sick.
Yeah.
That part absolutely I could go along with. But was that her? I'm with you. No.
No. I don't think she'd waste her time, to be honest.
And
if it was her, I don't think she would disappear. She'd actually
right
look straight ahead, you know?
Right. But then that would also mean that she was earthbound. And I don't think she was earthbound.
No.
I believe she crossed when she passed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever's there, I think I agree with you. It's like a residual energy that sort of looking more than anything else. And to begin with, I thought, oh, it seemed a little bit staged. You know, so much of the camera, you know, looking down on the floor, and I was like, you know, why are you looking at the floor? So much on the newspaper on the floor, you know, and then it seemed a bit. If I was a police officer, I'd be looking straight ahead, you know, looking at the building itself.
At the building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't land with me, I'm afraid.
Okay. All righty. Here we go.
Here we go.
In 2015, a CCTV camera in a Taiwanese alleyway captured this unnerving and creepy footage. As the heavy rain pours down, a man can be seen walking down the alleyway towards his parked motorbike. Just as the man reaches his bike, a young girl in a red dress mysteriously appears alongside the parked van at the opposite end of the alleyway. As the footage continues, a motorbike can be seen riding past in the background. If you take a closer look as the bike passes, however, you can see the wheels of the bike through the little girl's head. What makes this video even creepier is the fact that in Taiwan there's an urban legend known as the Girl in Red, a ghost of a young girl dressed in a red dress that stalks and haunts her victims.
I don't think it's a little girl in a red dress that haunts her victims.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, because the camera's not very sharp. Could be anything. Could be a box of tomatoes, you know.
Could be a box of tomatoes.
It could be an old lady, you know, little Taiwan lady at the back.
Yeah.
I think they've just used that classic tail to add on to it.
Agreed.
No, definitely not a girl. That alleyway does remind me of a scene from Blade Runner, though. Has that sort of.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
there is something a little bit eerie about that alleyway.
Yes.
But I
That
don't
I
think
will give you. I would
Yeah.
say if we were to react to just the alleyway, we would probably have much more to talk about than that video clip and that supposed little
Yeah.
girl, which I'm with you. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And yeah, I agree. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of residual energy down that
I
alley.
wouldn't go down that alleyway.
No, there's I think anyone coming down would feel a bit creeped out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Off balance even.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always looking over your shoulders if someone's watching.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah. And I just think the way the camera is, there's probably something there, but it's not literally like
And
girl.
if there wasn't an image put in there, what we were seeing could have been a reflection off of something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, here we go.
This video was filmed in a hospital in Guadalajara, Mexico. It shows an orderly laughing and joking around for the camera when suddenly a mysterious dark figure walks by the window. As the person holding the camera rushes to investigate, the two open the door and head into what appears to be an operating theatre. Suddenly, a table begins to move for no apparent reason. The startled pair quickly leave the room, and as they do, the camera holder does a full 360-degree sweep of the room. There's no one else in the room and no other door that the mysterious figure could have entered or exited from. What was this shadowy figure? Could it have been the ghost of someone that passed away in this very operating room?
What did you make of that, Mari-Lyn?
My first hit was, well, somebody walked by. I think it is possible that that was an earthbound spirit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I also wonder if they had enhanced the video so the image seemed darker.
Yes.
I don't think it was. Yeah, there's something about it's too dark.
Exactly. I don't think that was the original video.
No, it's I think the video was distorted and changed in terms of the coloring. But yeah, I would agree. There's something did go by.
I don't think they were following the figure either. I think they went into that room and saw the table move, went back and watched the video and went, oh my gosh, something went by.
Yeah.
Enhanced it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Can residual energy, so if it, I suppose it can. So if it was what I like to say is a photograph of, because that's what I see sometimes of, people, let's start again. So people say, oh, I saw a ghost come through the wall and it went through and it went through the other wall. That could be like residual energy. Could be like a
Sure.
photo. Right? Can that actually move? Would something be able to move a table, or would that residual energy going, coming through the wall, out the wall, move something in that room?
I believe yes.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I'm wondering if that was then residual energy rather than earthbound spirit.
Very possible. Because if that residual goes in a certain pattern and there's an object in its way, then sure, that object could be.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we have one we probably both agree on. Last one.
In 2015, a floating city appeared in the clouds above Foshan in the Guangdong province of China. It was witnessed by thousands of people, and footage of the mysterious city in the clouds even made the Chinese news. Many theories tried to explain the strange city in the sky. Some said it was part of a top-secret NASA-funded project known as Project Bluebeam, technology that can reportedly project large-scale holograms into the clouds. Others speculated that it could have been a doorway to an alternate reality that opened for just long enough to allow stunned onlookers to get a glimpse of another world. It wasn't the first time a city in the clouds has been spotted either. In 2011, this footage was taken in Huangshan City in China's Anhui province. What do you think these mysterious cities could be? Are they an optical illusion, government testing, or a gateway to another world? Let us know in the comments section below.
So the last one.
So the first video they showed where there was the outline of the, absolutely. Why not? I believe yes. From personal experience of things I have seen show up in the sky, yes.
Wow.
Now the later picture they showed where it was like, it looked like a picture of cities with had the lights and the details of the building in the fog. No,
that was, it probably was actually a city, just the fog was lower down.
the fog was low. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which fog, clouds, kind of the same thing. But that first one kind of gave me chills.
It reminded me of there's a book. Oh, I can't remember it. It's on tip of my tongue. It's gonna really annoy me.
No.
Oh no, it's gonna really annoy me. So and it's about it's just gone out in here and out here. Maybe it'll come, maybe we'll save that for another time. I can't remember. Peter Pullman. It's Peter Pullman's. It's a very famous children's book.
Okay.
And it's where they have you have a little animal which is your, I suppose, like spirit guide, and it's connected to you, and that's the world that you live in. But the other world you could see in the clouds, and it was the same like a mirror image. When they go through into the other world, they didn't have the little animals and that, they were just normal people like us. So I can't, it's gonna really annoy me. Very famous children's book, and they've made a series on it here in this country.
Okay.
It's very famous. It reminded me of that you could see the other world. It's like an imprint. You know, it was like literally a mirror image. So maybe that was that. The other dimension.
Maybe. Yeah. Interesting.
You know, that's going to really annoy me. Trying to work
I
it
know
out.
it is.
Really gonna
Sorry.
annoy me.
Don't let
I'll
it
finish
keep you
and I'll
up.
be like, oh my God, I remember. Well,
Oh
some
my
of
God.
those videos were okay. That's to broaden the horizon to make you think.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them were a bit,
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah.
yeah. We need to find something that will really challenge us and challenge our minds to have to do a bit
Yeah.
more delve.
Well, if you have any suggestions, the things that you would like to see as an audience, please put them in the comments. Don't use links because YouTube very often will remove your link. You know, we can't promise that if you suggest something that we will do it, but we would take anything under consideration. Absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
speaking out of turn?
No, not at all. It's fantastic. And just remember, if you like this video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell,
Yes.
and
Yes, please.
love your comments. So anything would be lovely. Yeah.
We do. We do. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Nathan, for doing this.
Thank you, Mari-Lyn.
It was interesting. You are
Joining
welcome.
me, yes. And
Yes.
everybody, thank you. And if anyone has any paranormal instance in their home, they want us to come and help and investigate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TCS Everyday Psychics, and there was a little message. And
Drop us a line. Yeah.
Anything, doesn't matter how small. It's really
Right.
important.
Because if you think paranormal, there's probably paranormal.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Till next time.
Take care. See you again soon.